told this student loan story like 24 times now, but I did not partake in the student loan thing, so therefore I have no real dog in this fight, although I don't care if people pay these student loans back or not. I think these are ridiculous. I think this whole thing was ridiculous. I remember being a young person, I think I was like 16, being told get a degree in anything and go work for a company. I mean, like literally, those are the actual words that came out of boomers' mouths. Get a degree in anything. For real. And I'm not exclusive on this one. I think if you talk to most anybody in Gen X, they're going to tell you the same thing. Even quite a few millennials probably heard the same mantra, to get a degree in literally anything. And a bunch of people did. And I did not do this. I did not partake in this because at 16, when someone told me this, I remember asking like, well, what if everybody gets a degree? Then what's it worth? And I couldn't get an answer out of the person who told me this. So I'm like, okay, well, if I can't get an answer out of you, there's no way I'm doing this, because this is going to be a disaster. If everybody does, like if everybody goes and gets a degree and then they all go out, like you're all competing for the same, like 5% of jobs. Well, how is that supposed to work when you have all of these other jobs that need to be covered? Right? Like, this is common sense talking here. And everybody told their kids, all these boomers told their kids, and even a fair amount of Xers, sorry guys, but I mean, even you guys are guilty of this, who just kept pushing this same agenda of propping up these goddamn schools that should have gone out of business, frankly, because they don't really offer enough to justify, certainly not for that investment. The ROI just isn't there. And so no, I don't give a shit if any of these kids ever pay back these goddamn student loans. I so don't care. I mean, the government made a bad decision on that. They should never have backed any of these. Should never have happened. And it was all just to prop up these failed institutions, as we see with everything else. And there's a bunch of virtue signaling cocksuckers out there. That's the only thing that you guys are. You're virtue signaling dickheads who just keep saying, you're going to pay back your student loans, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, fuck off with this stuff, man. I mean, like, first of all, what do you give a shit? For real. Well, I had to pay back my student loans. That was your fucking problem. You should never have done it in the first fucking place, probably. For real. You probably shouldn't have done it in the first fucking place. Well, it'll ruin your credit. Dude, I gotta tell you, I haven't really noticed any major difference. I say this as someone who's had what did I have? I think like an 815 mortgage beacon. I've also had a 500 credit score. I've noticed very little difference, frankly, in any of it, especially if you're not using a ton of debt for everything. Then it really isn't that big a deal. The only people who worry about that stupid shit are rent seekers. And who gives a fuck about rent seekers? There's always a rent seeker out there who needs to have somebody pay them rent. Because for every corresponding rental property, there has to be a tenant. Right? That's common fucking sense. And I've been over that like probably fucking 50 times with the goddamn rent seekers out there. So no, I don't give a fuck if people pay back these stupid student loans. I don't give a shit if you pay. You should stop paying fucking taxes. I don't know why anybody's still paying fucking taxes at this point. I really don't. I mean, I genuinely say, oh, but they'll come and get me, blah, blah, blah. Dude, you fucking like nutless monkeys. Americans are not respectable people anymore. You're just fucking not. Respectable people are usually somewhat feared. You're not feared at all anymore. You're just not. No, you're doing this back the blue, support the troops bullshit. And you have nowhere to go with me on this one because you know I'm right. Because when I talk about the Constitution, I actually mean it. Not this bullshit lip service nonsense from 535, dude, fuck those guys. All right? Or that orange messiah everybody's voted for. Like, dude, no, these guys are a bunch of fucking frauds. They are. They're all frauds. Like, I have yet to get serious answers. If I ask real questions, you motherfuckers on all sides, left, right, center, all of you fucking people, cower. You all run like roaches when the lights come on if I start asking you fucking questions because you don't have answers for this shit. Especially when it comes to the money. So not to be an asshole about this stuff, but dude, I mean, you get a bit of an attitude when you see this shit over and over, everybody pissing and moaning about this. Dude, fuck the student loans. Fuck the government. Fuck all these people. Dude, these people are fucking parasites. They're fucking parasites. Well, they're going to garnish my wages. Dude, then you need to be a 1099. You need to go be a business owner. In other words, a criminal. in the eyes of government, because governments fucking hate small businesses. Big government, big corporations, big banking fucking hate small business. They fucking hate small business. Because small business can do shit like this, can just say, nope, I'm hiding the money. I'm hiding the money, fuck you, I'm not giving you shit. They hate that shit, especially when they're printing the money out of fucking nothing. It's all bullshit, right? It's all fucking bullshit, all of this. And everybody still defends this. Is your identity that tied up in all this? Because you are one boring motherfucker if that's the case. You're no different than those people, those rainbow flag fuckers, that your whole identity is tied up in like, dude, what the fuck? Right? I mean, if your identity is tied up in that shit, I would suggest you need to probably, reevaluate who you are. You probably should start looking inward and going, you know what? I'm actually a lot more valuable as an individual, probably, than what this is, than the amount of money I fucking make. Are you fucking kidding me? Or your nice house or some shit like that. Or these ridiculous fucking lifestyles that nobody can support. Even the fucking billionaires can't. I mean, like, dude, most of these guys are fucking fakes. They're frauds. That's why they have to keep doing this shit and stay relevant. If you actually, I've said this on dozens of times, if you actually had an average person out there watching this, assuming you made it this far in the fucking video, if you actually had billions of dollars, would you be running around all over the world trying to make money? Fuck no. Dude, you'd be doing millions of other goddamn things. You'd have fucked off months ago and done whatever the fuck you want, right? Yeah, no, that's what a normal person does. A fraud goes around trying to figure out how to make money because they owe billions of dollars, billions of fake fucking dollars to a bunch of fake fucking bankers that printed it from fucking nothing. Fuck the student loans, dude.